2 days ago, the Ouachita Baptist women's basketball team went on the road to Harding to take on the Harding Lady Bisons. They fell in that game by the score of 79-72, despite having a fourth quarter lead. It's been a tough stretch of basketball for Ouachita, having lost 4 straight, and they look to ride the ship tonight as they take on their rival from across the street. Henderson State Lady Reddies visiting, and we've got a doubleheader for you tonight. Thanks for being with us. It's a makeup game from last Thursday, as yet another reason to have a game postponed. This time it was due to the winter storm that rolled through. Michael Westbrook here from Bill Vining Arena, and thank you so much for being with us. 4 losses in a row for Ouachita. Let's see what that has done for the Great American Conference standings. When we talked to you last, Ouachita was right in the thick of things. Unfortunately, now they sit with a 5-10 record, tied for 10th, and tied with Southern Arkansas University, just a couple of games out of that top 8 spot, which is where you want to be making it to the conference tournament. Southwestern, the number 1 team, Harding at number 2 at 11-4, Southern Nazarene at 3. The Reddies at 4. A win for them could go a long way in some separation between Oklahoma Baptist and the teams right below them. Arkansas Tech, East Central, Northwestern, Southeastern, all tied at 7-7. And right now, Northwestern would be the 8th team in, with Southeastern on the outside looking in due to the tiebreaker. Just about a minute and a half until the introduction of our starting lineups. We'll have that for you coming up in just a moment as well, plus the national anthem. Looking at this matchup, Henderson, 13-8 overall record, 8-7 in conference play. Ouachita, again, that 4-game losing streak. They were so close to getting that overall record to 500, and just a couple of losses in a row have now put them 5 games under 5-10 in conference play. Mentioned in the open, a loss to Harding on Saturday night. And again, in Harding, in Searcy, they play night games. And so it really was just 48 hours ago that Ouachita was taking on Harding. A lot of times you have an early game on a Saturday, so that helps you a little bit. And it was a 96-72 victory for Henderson the last time around as they defeated Southern Arkansas University. Looking at a couple of the team leaders in this one. Well, we all know how it goes for Ouachita. Aspen Thornton is leading the conference in points per game, more than 24 per game. Kaylin Wright, Michaela Miller are the 2 leading rebounders for Ouachita, and they actually rank in the top 15 in rebounds per game in the conference. Actually, you got Miller at 14, Wright at number 15, and on the other side, Ashley Farrar is 17.5 points a game, leads her team in scoring. Carrington Whaley's been around a long time, 8 rebounds per game. Before the introduction of the starting lineups, we have the presentation of the national anthem here from Bill Vining Arena, and the PA voice, Dr. Casey Model.
Featuring the Reddies of Henderson State University against your Ouachita Lady Tigers. At this time, we invite you to stand for our national anthem. introducing the starting lineup for the Henderson State University Reddies. Sophomore guard from Jonesboro, Arkansas, number 1.
Here's a look at the starting lineups, starting first with the Henderson State Reddies. Number 1, Sonny Martin, a 5'8 redshirt sophomore. Ashley Farr, a 5'11 junior guard. Grace Raby, the 5'6 junior guard. Number 25, Lainey Snowden, the 5'8 graduate student at guard, has been around for several years for Henderson. And Carrington Whaley, the 6'2", also graduate student at the forward position. Again, Martin, Farr, Raby, Snowden, and Whaley are the 5 starters for the Henderson State Lady Reddies. Coached by Jill Thomas, again 13-8 the record. And here's the starting lineups for Ouachita under head coach Robert Dallimore. Number 5, Lainey Mears, the 5'8 freshman guard from Bologna, Arkansas. Number 12, Aspen Thornton, the 5'6 freshman guard from Hot Springs. And number 13, Michaela Miller, the 5'6 junior guard from Little Rock. Number 15, Nero Malou, the 6' freshman forward. Malou from Grand Prairie, Texas. And number 24, Kaylin Wright, 5'9 senior forward from Wiley, Texas.
The head coach of the Lady Tigers is Robert Dallimore. The assistant coach is Kayla Tucker. Tonight's officials are Brian Kilgore, Sean Robinson.
We're just about ready to get this one started. Again, Ouachita coming off of a 79-72 loss on Saturday. Nero Malou will jump in the center circle and will jump against Carrington Whaley. Dallimore will lead his team here tonight at Bill Vining Arena as we are ready to get this one underway. Henderson starts with the basketball first. Shooting a 3 and missing is Raby on a very quick shot there. Offensive rebound, second effort, and a foul right away. A lot of energy in the gym, that's for sure. We got student section beginning to file in.
That's her first personal foul, Ouachita's first team foul of the period. Shooting for Henderson State, number 21, Gracie Raby.
So Gracie Raby will go to the line. And first point of the game, good. Raby 2 for 2 at the free throw line. So a foul to start the game. It was against Kaylin Wright, her first. Mears showing her handles early. Pass underneath to Miller, stuck underneath, finds Malou. Down the right edge of the paint. Up and under move for Malou, off the glass, a bit too strong. Rebound in the paint by Carrington Whaley. Reddies with the basketball. On top 2-0. Well, you mentioned a lot of energy in the arena, and that is certainly still here. It's loud. A steal and a layup for Michaela Miller. Aspen Thornton with the steal, able to find her teammate Miller. 2-2. It's a rivalry game, and you can tell both teams are fired up for this one. Raby works it over to Farrar. Now out to Sonny Martin. She drives in. Pull up 8-footer. Can't get it. Right the rebound. Finds her point guard, Miller. Miller full steam ahead, and it's going to be a blocking call.
Blocking foul on the Reddies, number 21, Gracie Raby.
Gracie Raby called for her first foul.
First team foul of the period. Shooting for
It puts
Ouachita, number
Michaela
13,
Miller at the free throw line.
Miller.
Miller at 61% at the line this season. She'll have one more. Ouachita is a team shooting 71% from the free throw line this year. Reddies enter 13-8, Ouachita 7-12. Second free throw for Miller is good. Miller has all 3 of Ouachita's points. It's early, but the Lady Tigers with a lead, 3-2. Crossover dribble from Martin into the paint. Dishes it out, Raby. Works on right, now underneath. Basket up and in for Carrington Whaley. Well, Whaley, the graduate student from Springdale, Arkansas, has played for Jill Thomas a long time. She knows the system. Thornton swings it down underneath to right. Back up top. Mears curling. Plenty of time for Mears. Out to Nero Malou. Wide open. Pulls the trigger. Misses. Miller tapped it in the air for a moment. However, it's controlled by Snowden. The Reddies have it. 2 minutes into the first quarter. 4-3 our score. Henderson, long three on its way. Good. Farrar hits the three. Mears thought about it. Back up top to Miller. Left side, Thornton. Thornton pulls up. Long two is good. Aspen Thornton hits. 7-5 Henderson. About 3 minutes into the first quarter. Martin swings it over right side. Three on its way and down. Laney Snowden gets in on the three-point barrage. Coach Dallimore wants a timeout as he's seeing the threes go down. 10-5 our score. Just a 30-second break. We'll go ahead and keep it right here. Or will it be a full timeout? Full timeout. We'll step away for just a moment. Back in a moment. You're watching Ouachita Basketball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Hello, I'm Taylor King. I've been practicing law for over 34 years, but long before that, I learned what it takes to be a good lawyer, caring for others. You could say it's a family trait, and it's one I've passed along to my kids. If you've been involved in an accident, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK. I want to help.
We want to help, to be on your side, by your side. I'm Austin King. Now, I've not been practicing law quite as long as my dad, but thanks to him, I know what it takes to be a good lawyer. I guess you could say it runs in the family.
Ten to 5 our score. Henderson with a lead on Ouachita. 7:10 to play in the first quarter. And Ouachita takes a very quick timeout in the early going here, as I don't know if Ouachita wants to play this type of track meet game all the way throughout. It certainly has been a fast start, less than 3 minutes in, as the Reddies are third in the conference in points per game at 79. Ouachita averaging 75 points a game, so you know it could be a high-scoring contest. The difference here, field goal percentage for Henderson, second best in the conference at 43.4%. Ouachita, an eighth best field goal shooting team. Miller stutters, drives in high off the glass and in. A drive in, 14-footer off the front of the rim. A scramble for the loose ball, picked up by Claudia Van Zant, who just entered the game for Ouachita, the freshman from Stillwater, Oklahoma. Mears underneath to Van Zant. She'll start to work. Goes up left hand, block shot. Whaley blocks it, sends it out of bounds. Stays with Ouachita, 20 on the shot clock. 10-7 Henderson, 6:35 left first quarter. And Miller to inbound. Finds Thornton, baseline. Screen set by Van Zant. Thornton long two off the front of the rim. Right, trying to come up with the loose ball, but the Reddies have it. Whaley the rebound. Martin keeps the dribble. Looks to her right, nobody there. Out on the wing now, controlled by Raby against Miller. Martin open, sets, shoots, hits. Well, a timeout a moment ago to try to shore up that perhaps on defense, and it did not work. The redshirt sophomore from Jonesboro has her first three. And Mackenzie Schulmuller will enter for Ouachita, as Wright will take a seat. A couple of subs as well for the Reddies. Jada Pickens, sophomore out of Conway, is in. And Macy Maines, the senior out of Springdale, out of Harbor High School, on the floor. High dribble there from Pickens. No call. Maines has it. Miller guarding. Sends it a little bit high to the left Now on the right wing, controlled by Pickens. Drives in, escapes one defender, goes up and hits. Strong move by Jada Pickens. It's 15-7 Henderson, 5:39 to play in the first. Thornton looks to her left, finds Mears. Pump fake, drives in, pulls up, hits. Mears is on the board, the freshman from Bologna with her first two. Henderson 15, crossover dribble, layup missed. Offensive board, Whaley right back to the rim. Missed the shot, Thornton the rebound. Love the energy inside Bill Vining Arena for this one. It should stay pretty amped up for the men's game as well. Schillmuller needs some help, finds Miller. Miller drives into the paint, between her legs, out to Mears. I looked underneath but could not get it to Van Zant. Now 10 to shoot, and we've got Thornton falling down and a whistle. That'll be a foul on Macy Maines, her first.
The first personal foul, and Henderson State's second team foul of the period. Subbing in for Henderson State, number 31, Tamia Templeton. Subbing out, number 30, Carrington Whaley.
Carrington Whaley is out of the game. And Tamia Templeton, the 5'10 junior forward from Morrilton on the floor. Thornton, short jumper, missed it. Offensive board, put back good for Claudia Van Zant. You got to have that size. A 6'1" Claudia Van Zant crashes the boards, gets the rebound and the two. Henderson right back the other direction. Three rolls around but won't go down for Lainey Snowden. Here's Miller. Nobody picks her up, but she lost it. And in the paint, picked up by Van Zant in a jump ball.
Subbing in for the Lady Tigers, number 10,
Belong to Washita.
Lainey Mears in for Henderson State. Number 10, Ashley Farr. Subbing out, number 21.
So Lainey Mears will get her first break. Jessie Bennett, the senior out of Leonard, Texas, is on the floor. Miller to inbound. Able to find Bennett. She'll work it back up top over to Thornton. Van Zant sets a screen for Thornton. Now underneath to Van Zant. Basket good. What a pass from Aspen Thornton. What a strong finish from Claudia Van Zant. And a timeout by the Reddies. We'll step away with 4:20 to play in the first. It's a 2-point game. Henderson leads Washita. We're back in a moment. You're watching Washita basketball on the Washita Sports Digital Network.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
Wichita.
Ouachita.
Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Washita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Washita.
Washita.
Washita. How would you pronounce it?
Washita.
Washita.
It's Washita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Washita, people. It's Washita.
Washita.
With 4:20 to play in the first, as Washita's on a bit of a run now, and it's 15-13. Henderson still with a 2-point advantage. Both sides having used a timeout here in the first quarter of action. High scoring first quarter of play. Reddies with the basketball deep into the corner, launching and hitting a three good for Maines. And so she's scored for the first time in this one. And Kayla Miller will run the offense. One thing about the Reddies, they've got a pretty deep bench. They've got two players set to check in. Schillmuller up top. Jessie Bennett needs some help. Finds Schillmuller. 10 to shoot. Thornton looking to drive. Goes in. High off the glass. And out of bounds. It will stay with Washita.
Subbing in for Henderson State, number 1, Sunny Martin, and number 21, Gracie Raby.
Gracie Raby and Sunny Martin are back in for the Reddies. 5 on the shot clock for Washita. Inbounds to Van Zant. Miller underneath. Have to hurry. Miller got it. Great job of Miller to stay with it. Able to put that one in. 3-point game. Reddies lead. Backdoor cut underneath. Out to Martin. Deep in the wing. Good. Goodness gracious. Henderson came into the game as the third best three-point shooting team in the conference, 35.3%. and they are knocking them down here in this first 7 minutes of play. Miller around her defender, swings it out, right wing. Miller has it again, got to start to make a move. 6 to shoot. Miller, pull up jumper, wouldn't go. Rolled around, just would not go down. Henderson so far in this game have already hit 5 3-pointers. A steal, Bennett comes up with it. Miller falls down, it's 5-on-4 for a moment. Thornton blocked from behind, we've got a whistle. And so it's 2 shots for Aspen Thornton.
Foul on the Reddies, number 31, Tamia Templeton.
Put the foul on Templeton, her first personal. That comes at the 2:34 mark of the first quarter, and it's the 3rd foul against Henderson. Nero Malou back into the game. Mears is back out on the floor. Miller will get a bit of a break. Van Zant goes out. Thornton at 84% from the free throw line this year. First one's up and in for the conference's leading scorer. Fourth best free throw shooter in the league, and Thornton goes 2 for 2. That's 4 points for Aspen Thornton, the freshman out of Hot Springs, and Ouachita trails by 4. Drive down the right edge of the paint, kick out to Maines. Maines working on Thornton, gives to Martin. A lot of ball movement here for Henderson. They got to be well conditioned to run this type of offense. They are always moving. Maines out top, Thornton guarding, 9 to shoot. Martin, long three, missed it right. Chases for the loose ball and almost recovered by Henderson, but out of bounds off of the Reddies, despite the effort from Gracie Raby, who almost picked the pocket there to come up with the basketball.
23, Mackenzie Jones. Subbing out number 15, Nera Malou.
We see Mackenzie Jones, a freshman from Kirby, on the floor. Yeah, we got an errant whistle there to get the shot clock reset to 30. 1:59 to go, first quarter. High scoring first quarter, Henderson 21, Ouachita 17. And it's clear that Coach Dallimore is realizing he's going to need his bench in this game too, because he's gone to a lot of players early on. As again, they just played Saturday night. Henderson did too, of course, beating Southern Arkansas. Reddy's back with it, into the corner, now back up at top for Martin. Over to Maines, Bennett guarding her. Maines tries to work on Bennett, good defense. Martin, left edge of the paint, out to Maines, thought about the long three. Kicks it inside, Whaley. Whaley had it stripped from her for a moment, recovers. Now a mid-range jumper, that's an air ball, and out of bounds off of Henderson. Man, when the student section is here, it's difficult to see down to my right. We're in a new broadcast vantage point this year.
Also in for Ouachita, number 24, Caleb Wright.
I like that they're here.
Setting down number 14, Mackenzie Schillmuller.
Subs as Wright is back in. Schillmuller will go out. So as we wind down the first quarter of play, you have Jones, Bennett, Mears, Miller, and Wright on the floor. Kalen Wright controlling, now off to Bennett left wing. All of this happening with Thornton getting a little bit of a break. Bennett open, drains the three. Three-pointer for Jesse Bennett, and we've got a 1-point game. How about this first quarter performance from both teams? Exciting start to this contest. Into the corner, a look underneath to Whaley. Whaley goes up strong and hits. So 2 more for Whaley, who has 4. Swing pass right side, Mears, pump fake, steps inside the line, bounce pass underneath to Jones. Baseline jumper on its way. Miller fighting for the loose ball. Can Mears come up with it? Miller saves it to Mears. How about that effort? Shot clock turned off, 15 seconds to play in the first. Miller got 10 seconds. Miller looking to make a move, down to 6. Jones sets a screen. Miller swings it up high to Mears. She'll fire away and can't hit.
That's the end of our first period. Tiger Nation with our score, Henderson State 23, your Lady Tigers 20.
23-20, Henderson leads Ouachita after one. We're back in a moment. You're watching Ouachita basketball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
First, they said cigarettes were safe. We know how that turned out. Now, they say they didn't market e-cigarettes to teens? Fact, more than 1 in 4 high school students are vaping, and 80% say their first e-cigarette was flavored. Vaping is harmful to developing brains. The reason we think vaping is safe? Marketing. Same lies, different day. Tell Big Vape to quit lying.
There's a place to share gossip about the office party fun, and a place to share the story you tell everyone. There's a place to share a laugh about when things went wrong, and a place to share the video of you dancing to your song. There's a place to share spare change, lunch, and your time. But we could all be better at sharing how we're feeling inside. 76% of employees have struggled with at least one issue that affected their mental health. When you share, you're not alone.
Start of the second quarter, 23-20. Henderson with a lead on Ouachita. Looking at some of the first quarter numbers. The Reddies shoot 8 of 17 from the floor, 47%, and 5 of 8 from three-point range. That will certainly have to slow down if Ouachita is going to have a chance in this one. And then Ouachita goes 8 of 18 in the first quarter. They go 1 of 2 from three-point range. And we're ready to start the second quarter now. Hard drive in, partially blocked, it looked like by Van Zandt. Here comes Miller to the rim and could not get it to go. Van Zandt, an offensive rebound. She will head to the free throw line. Nope, inbound underneath, says the officials.
Foul on the Reddies, number 10, Ashley Farr. It's her first personal foul and Henderson's first team foul of the second
Ashley
period.
Farrar, her first foul. First foul of the second quarter. Inbounds goes to Thornton. Called for the travel.
Washington.
Well, my view is blocked a little bit there. I saw the pump fake, and I guess she was shuffling the feet at the same time. So the Reddies, the first time they played Southern Arkansas, gave up 112 points to the Mule Riders. Last time around only gave up 72 in a 96-72 victory. Foul on Henderson State, and that will be against Lainey Snowden.
That is her first personal foul and Henderson State's second team foul of the period.
First foul on Snowden, and second foul now on Henderson. See if Ouachita can get a couple of more fouls like that on the Reddies and go to the line early in the second quarter. Miller and Thornton. Here is Thornton driving, fouled. Thornton going to do what she can to try to get to the free throw line.
The Reddies, number 1, Sonny Martin.
Foul on Sonny Martin, her first personal. Thornton to the line for the second time in this contest.
Number 12, Aspen Thornton.
5 points for Aspen Thornton. And 2 for 2. So Thornton a perfect 4 out of 4 at the free throw line. It's back to a 1-point contest. Snowden into the corner, drives on Bennett. Kicks it out. Farrar out to Snowden, three-pointer. Won't go. Rebound by Lainey Mears for Ouachita. And Ouachita has a chance to take the lead. Miller, Bennett into the corner, thought about it. Now out to Mears. Bennett up top. Snowden on defense. Here's Thornton. Thornton will set and shoot the three and hits it. That's 9 for Aspen Thornton. Ouachita has a 25-23 lead with 8:35 to go in the second. And a foul. The basket will not count.
Pushing foul, the Lady Tigers, number 13, Michaela Miller.
Miller called for the foul, her first.
First team foul of the period.
First foul here in the second.
Number 14, Mackenzie Schillmoller. Subbing out number 10, Jesse.
Mackenzie Schillmoller will come in. Bennett goes out. Some subs for the Reddies as well. And it's Henderson basketball underneath their own goal. Good shot of that student section I was telling you about. Standing off to my right. Inbounds pass almost stolen by Miller. And now, watch out. Whistle blew with a jump ball. Possession arrow goes to Ouachita. Nothing extra called. Everybody okay. So Miller with it, and now over on the left side to Schillmoller. Game slowed down a little bit. Here's Mears driving in. She's hit on the arm, falls down. Lainey Mears will go to the line for a couple of free throws.
Foul already is number 31, Tamia Templeton.
Foul was put on Tamia Templeton, her second personal.
Subbing in for Henderson State, number 1, Sunny Martin, and number 30, Carrington.
Make sure Mears is okay there. She's
Templeton and number 10, Ashley Farr. Shooting for Washington.
Doubled over there a little bit.
Lainey Mears.
Mears good on the first free throw. And Mears goes 2 for 2. Mears at 81% at the free throw line this season. She has 4 points. Ouachita's largest lead right here at 4. Hand check foul, I think, against Thornton. Coach Dallimore is having a conversation with the official.
That's her first personal foul, and Ouachita's second team foul of the period.
So Thornton called for her first. Second foul against Ouachita. They'll inbound underneath their own goal. Martin will throw it in. Ouachita was not happy with that call. Here comes the ball movement again from Henderson. This is where they start to kind of wear teams down. You cut inside, and Maine stepping through. Miller, good defense. Basket won't go. Good defensive stop by Ouachita. Nobody takes on Miller. She'll go all the way to the rim, and she's fouled. Michaela Miller will go to the line for 2. Miller did the right thing there, pushes the issue a little bit. Nobody picked her up initially. When they did finally get to her, she kind of crossed over that defender and went to the rim. Foul was against Maines, her second. Miller's first one won't go. Conference standings against Southwestern, leading the way at 12-2. Harding at 11-4. Southern Nazarene 10-5. Henderson tied for 4th right now with Northwestern and Oklahoma Baptist. They're all 3 8-7. Got a whistle to allow the sub into the game.
Subbing out number 22, Claudia Van Zandt.
Nero Malou is allowed in. Van Zandt goes out. Normally they get that after the first free throw. Maybe Malou wasn't there at the time. Not really sure. Into the corner. A drive to the baseline. Shot will not fall from Abby Giles. Giles, a 5'7" redshirt sophomore out of Searcy. And a double dribble called on Miller.
Double dribble. Washington. Subbing in for Henderson.
Turnover for Ouachita.
Subbing out number 14, Abby Giles.
Giles goes out. It appears that Lainey Snowden is set to check back in. Will replace Maines. Whaley on the floor, and Henderson's got it spread out. 3 along the baseline. On the right wing, Raby now out top. Martin, high arcing 3, offline. Miller the rebound. No numbers yet for Miller. And to the paint. Kicks it down to Thornton deep in the corner. Double team there on Thornton. Might need a little bit of help. Circles all the way around. We got a blocking foul.
Blocking foul, the ready is number 10, Ashley Farr. That is her
On
second.
Farr, her second.
Subbing in for Washington, number 10, Jesse.
And the 5th team foul against Henderson, so it's 2 free throws for Aspen Thornton.
Number 2, Jada Pickard, sitting down number 10, Ashley Farr. Shooting 2 for the Lady Tigers, number 12, Aspen Thornton.
7 minutes to go in the half. Bonus situation the rest of the way. Might be in for a long second quarter here. But that's fine. Thornton hits the free throw. One more. Into double figures already with 10. Well, we mentioned the fouls early on in that second. I didn't know they would add up that quickly. Let's see if the Reddies start to get a few calls. I don't know how they'll play that. Into the corner, Snowden. No, that's Martin. Martin pulls up in the paint. Shot missed. Nero Malou had it batted around for a bit and recovered by Washita's Schillmoller. Now Thornton potentially poised for a big game. Had a huge game against the Reddies earlier in the year across the street. Miller back to Thornton. Thornton clears a path, pulls up, 16-footer, missed it short. Rebound by Martin. She wants to run for the Reddies. Looks up the floor to the right side, finds Pickens. Around one defender, no-look pass underneath Whaley, basket good. Yikes. What a play that was. And we're down to about 6 minutes to go in the second. 29-25 our score as Washita holds a 4-point lead. Thornton gives it to Bennett. She hit a three earlier. Bennett back over to Miller. Long two. Miller's shot won't go. Malou trying to fight for the loose ball. It will belong to Henderson. No, excuse me, Washita.
Number 5, Lady Mears. Subbing out number 12, Aspen Thornton.
Shot clock resets to 20 after that one hit the rim. And the inbounds pass goes to Mears. Mears tries to cross over Martin. Almost travel with it perhaps. Throws it away anyways to Snowden. Snowden goes around Bennett. And a very quick whistle, I would say.
Foul, the Lady Tigers,
Yeah, I
number
think
13,
Coach Dallimore was.
That is her second personal foul.
Nope, yeah, he's arguing that they got the foul on the wrong person.
Subbing in for the Lady Tigers, number 24, Caitlin Wright. Subbing out number 14, Mackenzie Schiller.
Let's see, did we get it right? I think the official's getting it corrected.
14, Mackenzie Schiller.
Okay, after all that, foul on Mackenzie Schillmoller, her first. Coach Dallimore keenly aware of that situation, that the foul was put on the wrong person. He got it corrected as the officials agreed with him. And Snowden, offensive foul called on Washita. See if Snowden made both of those a minute ago or just one. I was over watching the sidelines. Yeah, Snowden made both. She's got 5. Drive into the paint, kick out to Martin. Crucial last 5 minutes of this first half as Henderson seems to have a little bit more momentum right now. A stop there, Washita in possession. Miller drives, hit all across the arm, and a foul will be against Jada Pickens.
Number 2, Jada Pickens. That is her
First foul on Pickens.
Shooting 2 for the Lady Tigers, number 13, Michaela Miller.
Puts Michaela Miller back at the free throw line. It's an incredibly busy time here as look at kind of the schedule going on. Baseball, softball, basketball, of course, and we went through that stretch a couple weeks ago where you had a game basically every other night, and we're pretty much doing that again. Washita will play here at home again on Thursday and on Saturday. Mears is down. She appears to be hurt. She's yet to get up. The three is good for Snowden, who now has 8. And Mears, I don't actually know what happened to her. athletic training staff over to visit with her. And she will go to the sidelines. So, media time out there. We'll go ahead and take it as well. Tied at 30. Back in a moment. You're watching Ouachita Basketball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
We're there to serve, make sure we're creating a fair atmosphere for both teams, upholding the integrity of the game.
I chose to be an official. It's the best decision I've made.
In life, things aren't scripted. Games aren't pre-scripted. You know, I got into officiating because my father was an official. Officiating was part of our family life. It wasn't just the game.
Get to be outside, get to experience the game. It's so much more fun. You can get a lot out of it.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
To help me become not only a better official, but a better person.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
And it's just been wonderful.
Welcome back to Bill Vining Arena as we bring you Ouachita basketball. Officials over here looking at the final play from a moment ago when Lainey Mears went down. So we'll see if there was anything flagrant by nature. I don't know exactly what happened to her. Yeah, she went to pass. Caught her right across the face, it looked like. So incidental contact there. And that's going to mean that no foul or anything like that called, but she definitely took a whopping right across the face. You know, I just kind of wonder about their eyes. Might have got hit there. And so officials still having a conversation about the matter. We got 4:49 to go until halftime. Henderson 30, Ouachita 30. What a great game this has been. And now Jill Thomas, the longtime head coach for Henderson, is also yelling at the officials, asking about something. I'm not 100% sure what she's wanting to know. So the three is good for Lainey Snowden. They let the play continue on, even though it was 5-on-4, not to impede the offense of Henderson. Snowden hit the three. She has 8 points. We're tied at 30. Ouachita basketball, and we are ready to go. Mears is still being tended to on the sidelines. We'll check in on that as best we can. And as we resume play, it is Thornton, Miller, Bennett. They're going to call a travel on Miller. So she's had a couple of those unforced situations where she's turned the basketball over. And now here is Sonny Martin running the offense for the Reddies. A chance for Henderson to go back on top. Ouachita has led since the 8:35 mark of this quarter when they went up 25-23. There's a turnover, giving it back to Ouachita. We're tied at 30 with 4:25 to go. Ouachita's had the lead for the last 4 minutes and change, and now, or at least has been tied, and now they'll look to go back on top yet again. On the left wing, Thornton. Thornton with a game-high 10 points. Miller controlling, looking to her left, swings it back to Thornton on the wing. Three is no good. Whaley had the rebound for a moment, knocked out of bounds, and it belongs to the Reddies.
Subbing in for Ouachita, number 14, Mackenzie Schillmoller, and number 30,
Mackenzie Schillmoller is back into the game for
subbing out number 13,
Ouachita.
Miller.
Kaylin Wright will take a seat.
Also in number 5, Lainey Mears.
It looks right now, Mears is back in, and Jesse Bennett will take a seat. When you just look at this defensive setup, it almost looks as if Ouachita's in a zone, but that's because Henderson spreads the floor so much along the baseline. It's a man-to-man defense. Into the corner, Pickens. Spins off her defender, hangs in the air, kicks in the corner. Martin, three won't go. Van Zant clears the glass. Good job by Van Zant to get that rebound. Thornton tied up. And a jump ball will belong to Henderson. Henderson had that play read, it looked like. Really good defense. Martin kicks it out to Pickens. Pickens will work on her defender. Ball all over the place right now. Now Martin has it. Martin drives in. Shot won't go. Oh, Wright had the rebound, and it was a hustle effort there by Van Zant to try to get the rebound. Knocked it away from her teammate. Into the corner. Three. Won't go. Whaley, strong rebound in the paint. Now Pickens will drive, and she's fouled. This will put Michaela Miller back into the game in just a moment. Foul on Claudia Van Zant, her first foul. Limited fouls so far in this first half from Ouachita.
Shooting for Henderson State. Number 2.
Schulmuller will go out. Jada Pickens at the line. Pickens can't hit the first one. Pickens a 76% free throw shooter. Missed both. Tried to come up with the loose ball. Ouachita catches a bit of a break there. They didn't quite box out, but they do keep the basketball, or they get it back. J.J. Edens, the 5'9" sophomore guard from Luther, Oklahoma, into the game, replacing Pickens. Miller pointing. Van Zant will set a screen. Mears on the right wing. Couple of screens set for her. She rolls off of both of them. Bounce pass underneath. Van Zant fouled. Claudia Van Zant will go to the free throw line. We have been tied at 30 since about the 5-minute mark.
Shooting 2 for Ouachita, number 22, Claudia Van Zant.
In fact, Snowden's 3 at the 4:49 mark was the last point, and it'll stay that way a little bit longer. Ouachita had a free throw at the 5:03 mark, and they have not scored from the floor. Wow, since Aspen Thornton's three-pointer with 8:46 to play in the second. How about that? All free throws after that. A couple from Thornton and Miller and Mears. Both of those free throws miss. Need the crowd to get back into this one. A lot of Reddies chanting right now. Nice pass and a finish. Martin dishes it underneath to Gracie Raby. She has the 2, 4 for her. Henderson leads 32-30 with 2 minutes to go until halftime. Lady Tigers need a basket. They'll turn to Thornton. Missed it left side. Wright chases down the rebound. Out to Miller. Fresh shot clock to work with for Ouachita. Mears escapes her defender. Fires the long 3. And the lid is still on for Ouachita, but another offensive rebound by Wright. And she passed it right to Carrington Whaley. A turnover. Martin drives. Kicks it to Edens into the paint. Bounce pass underneath to Whaley. Whaley and Van Zant battling each other. And we've got a whistle. Gonna put Whaley to the free throw line. She's breathing heavy.
Number 22, Claudia Van Zant. That is her second personal foul, and Ouachita's 15 foul of the period. Subbing in for Ouachita, number 10, Jessie Bennett.
Foul on Van Zant.
Lauren Wright. Checking out for Henderson State, number 25, Lainey Snowden. Shooting for the Reddies, number 30, Carrington Whaley.
One more free throw for Whaley. 32-30. Reddies with a 2-point lead, and Ouachita's not scored from the floor since the 8:46 mark of the quarter, and yet they're right here in this, only down by 3. Whaley has 7. Miller looking for the baseline, not there. Thornton almost crossed over defender, stays with it to Van Zant, lost it out of bounds. Ouachita turns it over, 1:11 to go. A lot of momentum right now for Henderson. They played each other on January the 13th. It was a 91-89 game. The Reddies with the victory in that one. That one was high scoring. This one appears as if it might be too, although it slowed down a little bit here in the second. Van Zant goes up high with a block shot. Thornton had 33 in that game. Miller had 26. Here's Ouachita, 17-second difference between the game and the shot clock. Bennett up high, over to Mears. She'll fire the three. We've got a foul. So as Thornton came up to set a screen there, the foul will go against Jada Pickens, her second personal.
Shooting two for Ouachita, number 12, Aspen Thornton.
Thornton at the line for two. Not sure what the discussion there was. And again, in that game, Thornton, 33 points. She was 7 of 7 at the free throw line. And played 37 minutes, 2-point loss as Henderson won 91-89. That's Thornton's first miss at the free throw line in this one. She's 5 of 6 and goes 6 of 7 now with that make. 11 for Thornton. It's a 2-point game. 1 second difference between the game and the shot clock. There is a possibility Ouachita could get the ball back for one more look perhaps. We'll see how much time Henderson leaves. And we've got a whistle. Van Zant will have to leave the game for a moment. Got blood on her somewhere. And nose bleeding. Nero Malou is in. Again, 9/10 of a second difference between the game and the shot clock. 18.9, clock rolling. Martin checking the clock. Thornton will guard her. Works it to the right side to Raby. Now they swing it back left. 4 to shoot. A look inside to Whaley. She's hit on the arm. The basket goes and one with 1.3 to play. So many times you see teams take that long shot, try to get that momentum going to halftime. Well, Henderson went to their post player, their long-time ready athlete, Carrington Whaley, on the low block. The foul, by the way, was against Thornton, her second. Free throw good for Whaley. We got 1 second left. Miller will fire. Missed it.
At the end of our first half, Tiger Nation, with our score, Henderson State 36, your Lady Tigers 31.
The Reddies take a 5-point lead to halftime, thanks in large part to that 3-point play there right before the close of the half. 36-31, Henderson leads Ouachita at the break. We're back in a little while. You're watching Ouachita basketball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Baseball for me just kind of was the glue that kept my family together. I feel like I was able to come here and get my triple major, as well as play a super high level of baseball against some of the best players in the country. There's a lot of options here in Division II with a lot of great ball players and a lot of great people, and they make sure that they give you every opportunity to succeed on and off the field.
When we talk about communications and media, we're talking about a wide variety of fields, because communications really relates to anybody, anywhere. And we tackle everything from interpersonal communication, group communication, how to make presentations, to studying mass communications and media. And our students are really interested in going out and being media producers. And one of the first things you have to do is to understand the media before you can adequately and efficiently communicate messages yourself through your job, whatever you choose to do. When you're here your very first semester, you can become involved in the Ouachita Signal, the Ouachitonian Yearbook, the Online Signal, the Photo Lab, visual media production, sports media production. There's a lot of different areas to get involved with. These students publish our printed publications, and they also have a chance for continuing education by attending such events like the Arkansas College Media Convention and the College Media Association Convention in New York City. You don't have to wait in line till your junior or senior year to do hands-on learning. You'll get that experience your very first semester, even if you have no previous experience. We have graduates who are working with television stations, either as an anchor, as a producer, as a videographer. We have students in advertising and public relations firms where they're creating strategic plans for organizations and businesses. Our students learn in the classroom and outside of the classroom through their practical experience, but we also enjoy fellowshipping and becoming close as a family. Faculty often have students over to their house for Christmas parties or spring parties or to celebrate graduations. Our students form friendships that will last a lifetime. Over the past 3 decades, some of the most important people in my life and the life of my husband, since we teach together, are students and faculty and staff that we've come in contact with at Ouachita. We're excited about what we have to offer in the communications department at Ouachita, and we want you here to share that with us.
Everything in life is about communication and language, and that's what we do in the School of Humanities at Ouachita. In the Department of Language and Literature, we've got outstanding students who are English majors and Spanish majors. In the Department of Communications, our communications and media majors have a number of emphases that they choose from. Strategic communications, multimedia journalism, sports media, communication studies, and a special approach in which we just talk to a student, figure out what courses they need, and help them put it together on the spot. One of the things that we've done with our new emphases is really give students a major opportunity to work outside of class, because you get better at communications by doing the work. So we've got students who are working in a television studio to put programming together. We've got students who in sports media are out doing live streaming and broadcasting of games and doing a lot of sports work for the other publications like the printed newspaper and the yearbook, which win major awards every year. And then our online version of the newspaper is really the newspaper of the future.
My experience in the School of Humanities has been super special. I feel like the professors are really hands-on, and they would always help me maximize my time here.
They gave me lots of different opportunities. I got to host the sports show, did lots of writing, lots of sports journalism, a lot of color commentating for different sports. And that not only taught me how to actually do the job that I do now, but I also got to turn around and put it on my resume, which looked great.
Most Spanish majors at Ouachita major in more than one area, and we've designed the curriculum purposefully to allow that to happen, because whether you're in business and Christian studies, whatever your major might be, if you've got Spanish as a background, it's going to help you in many, many ways. One of the great things about English as a major is it helps you become a critical thinker. If you want to teach, that's great. We'll help you become a secondary English teacher. We'll help you become a college professor. But if your interest is really in publications, if your interest is in editing, we'll certainly work with you in that area also. Our English majors are very much career-oriented, and they work together with a very fine faculty to produce one of the very few bilingual literary publications.
Working on my degree plan with my professors, I was able to soon realize that, wow, I'm able to do more than I thought I was able to. I was able to add another major, and I didn't even know coming into college that I was able to do that. And I was able to study abroad in Spain to really become more fluent in Spanish, which was one of my majors. And so I don't think I would have had the same opportunities elsewhere.
The number of jobs in communications is actually increasing greatly. A lot of that is in the world of public relations, a lot of that is in the world of advertising, and a lot of that is based on particular skills that you develop while you're in college. All of those that we put together are based on increasing a skill level for our students, so they'll have a wide range of jobs they can apply for.
I think Ouachita is distinct from a lot of other schools. Ouachita gives you so many opportunities for not only your education and your academic growth, but your spiritual and your personal growth.
You're getting a very well-rounded degree. You'll absolutely be prepared if you get a degree from the humanities school.
directions to Ouachita Baptist University.
On December 7, 2005, I was deployed to Baghdad, Iraq. As I was searching for the bomb, the bad guy and the bomb found me first. After the explosion, I was left with a 1% chance of living. During my road to recovery, I had a tremendous amount of support from friends and families and the Coalition to Salute America's Heroes. The primary mission of the Coalition to Salute America's Heroes is to offer financial emergency assistance to veterans and their families.
Visit saluteheroes.org to learn more.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. He sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. Basically, he had to relearn everything. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself. We have our own journey, and we can fulfill that journey at the same time that we are helping our loved one.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey.
Welcome back to Bill Vining Arena on the campus of Ouachita Baptist University. Let's look over some of the first half numbers as Henderson has a 36-31 lead on Ouachita. Ready shooting nearly 38% from the floor, Ouachita nearly 35%. Henderson from downtown. In the first quarter, that was a huge key for them. They shot 62% in the first quarter, and then dropped off to 1 for 5 in the second. So Ouachita was able to adjust, and Henderson makes 6 of 13 three-point makes in the first half. Meanwhile, Ouachita at 33%. They took only 6 attempts, making 2 of those. Points in the paint, Henderson with the slight advantage, 12-10. Rebounding, look at this number right here. Ouachita 27 rebounds to only 13 for Henderson. 13 total rebounds for Henderson. Ouachita with 27. Now, some of that has to do with shooting percentage. Go back up and look at that shooting percentage. Henderson out shooting Ouachita, so as you make more shots, you got fewer rebounds to get. But that does tell you Ouachita's done a good job. 9 offensive rebounds, 18 on the defensive glass for a total of 27. And the Reddies have 3 on the offensive glass, 10 on the defensive glass. Henderson, that ball movement's going to allow them to have a few more assists than most teams. 9 assists to 5. And then if you look at turnovers, Ouachita will need to get that number down a little bit. 9 turnovers compared to only 4 for the Reddies. And points off of turnovers, Ouachita with 6, Henderson with 5. We'll take one more break and bring you the second half in just a moment. It's Ouachita and Henderson basketball version of the Battle of the Ravine here at Ouachita tonight at Bill Vining Arena. We're back in a moment. You're watching Ouachita basketball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year, and lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region too. So chances are, there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are, you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Welcome back to Bill Vining Arena. Having a conversation here with some of the students who have decided to kind of take over this space right here. I like it. We'll see what kind of energy they have in the second half. I mean, they're right over my shoulder here as we're just about ready to get the second half underway. Let's look at this one a little bit. First quarter, Henderson, a 3-point lead, 23-20. They extend the lead out to 5, mainly because of a big play right before the close of the half from Carrington Whaley. Ouachita had a lead for most of the second quarter. At the 8:35 mark of the second, Ouachita took a 25-23 lead and then did not score from the floor the final 8:25 of the second quarter. It was all free throws for Ouachita. A really rough stretch for the Tigers, and yet here you are, down by 5. You'll start with the basketball, and plenty of time to make things happen in the second half. So Ouachita will send to the floor Aspen Thornton, Lainey Mears, Kaylin Wright, Michaela Miller, and Claudia Van Zandt. Miller on the low block. Gives to Thornton. Her shot won't fall. Van Zandt an offensive rebound. We mentioned the rebounding at halftime. Mears will set up a long 3. It was halfway down. Miller another offensive rebound. Then Snowden takes it away. And we're off to the races in the third, just as we were to start this game. Whaley is fouled. Carrington Whaley with 10 first half points, heading to the free throw line. And that's now 3 fouls on Aspen Thornton.
Shooting for Henderson State, number 30, Carrington Whaley.
Not a good situation there to have Thornton in foul trouble with 3. Whaley to the line. First one goes in for Carrington Whaley. Second free throw for Whaley. Up and in. So Whaley with 12 points, and Aspen Thornton able to connect on a 2. 13 for Aspen Thornton. And here is Thornton again. Had a few audio issues tonight. We're working our way through that.
Personal foul on Henderson State's first team foul of the second half.
Here's Mears down in the corner to Miller. And Thornton up top. Thornton tied up. And we're going to call a jump ball there.
Subbing out number 13, Michaela Miller.
So again, few audio issues. I'm having a difficult time hearing in my headset. Hopefully everything's sounding good on the broadcast. I'll get an update from somebody via text here in a moment. Make sure everything's good there. Snowden drives in and can't get that shot to go. Rebound by Ouachita. Lady Tigers trail by 5. Mears jump pass, batted back down. Whaley ends up coming up with it. Reddies take over. And now a step through move there. Blocking foul and 1. Coach Thomas can't believe what she just saw. She's smiling on the sidelines. I should have just let that one go without a blocking foul, it appeared. Nonetheless, a foul called on Wright, her second. Whaley's starting to put together that was Farr with the basket. And so she has 5. The free throw gives her 6. 7-point lead for Henderson. Thornton drives. Bounce pass underneath. We have a foul. Foul on Henderson State. Gracie Raby called for her second personal foul. Second foul on Henderson here in this quarter. Miller is back in. Bennett takes a seat. So there's a reset here. 8:09 to play in the third. Reddies with a 8-point lead. And that's one of their largest leads of the game after leading by 5 at halftime. Thornton right now sitting on 13 points. They'll swing it to Miller deep in the corner. Nothing there for Miller. She goes to the right to the baseline, and Wright is hit. Kaylin Wright is fouled. Sonny Martin is called for her second personal foul. Reddy's playing aggressive, willing to deal with a few fouls. Third foul on Henderson here in the quarter. Ouachita has already picked up 2. So Miller up top now. Van Zandt a screen. Miller goes around one defender, around 2, off the glass and in. Michaela Miller into double figures with 10 points, and a huge, huge play from Henderson, and that got their crowd going. My goodness. Van Zandt underneath, can't hit. Man, the Reddies acting like this is a home game for them. They've got all the momentum right now. A 3 won't go. They are awfully loud. There was a crossover dribble where Wright fell down, which led to that basket a little bit ago, and that's what ignited the crowd. Van Zandt, turnaround jumper won't go. I believe Whaley has 14 now for Henderson. Whaley inside, they're letting them play through some contact. 3 won't go. Whaley offensive rebound or power dribble, lost it. Picked up by Mears, 2-on-1. Mears bounce pass to Miller with the layup. That's 12 for Michaela Miller. It's a 6-point game, 6.5 to play. Third, long way to go from Bill Vining Arena. Martin works it left side into the hands of Farr, and a foul called. Miller will be called for the foul. Her second, third team foul against Ouachita here in the quarter. And we're headed for potentially a lot of free throws, as both teams have already picked up 3 fouls. Whaley will take a seat. She's having a day. 14 points.
Ashley Farr.
Ashley Farrar at the free throw line. I believe that is 7 for her. Two for two. Junior out of Green Forest, Arkansas with 8 points. So it's been about a 7-8 point lead for Henderson most of the quarter here. Mears, top of the key three, offline to the right. Rebound Sonny Martin. Henderson has it. They can go up by double digits. They'll try for a long three. Quick possession. Rebound Mears. Ouachita in on the running game. Step through move for Mears. Shot still blocked anyways by Martin. Reddy's right back the other way. Farr throws a bullet into the student section and knocks down a student. They're all laughing, having a good time. We're having a good time here, no? Yeah, everybody's all right over there.
Subbing out number 21, Gracie Raby, and number 10, Ashley Farr.
Martin apparently having a long look over at the student section. Might have been waiting just to pick up Thornton when she comes down the floor. Miller up top. Thornton open look. Buries it. High percentage shot there for Aspen Thornton. 5-point game. Snowden spins off of her defender. Finds Martin. Buries it. Reddy's right back the other way. They counter, and they're back up by 8. Now Mears. Washington needs a basket. They go to Malou on the interior. She'll go up with a right hand. Offensive board. Miller tries to go back to the rim, and they'll call a jump ball. Possession arrow belongs to Ouachita.
And we have a media timeout.
And a media timeout with exactly 5 minutes to play in the third. It's Henderson 48, Ouachita 40. We're back in a moment. You're watching Ouachita basketball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
The sooner you recognize the signs of autism, the sooner you can make a lifetime of difference for your child. Start by answering a few simple questions at screenforautism.org.
Exactly 5 minutes to play in the third. Henderson 48, Ouachita 40. Now look over some of the stats so far in this one. 15 of 40 from the floor for Henderson. Ouachita right there with them, 13 of 36. Shooting percentages, they have held Henderson down a bit in this one. Got to continue to do that if you're going to make a comeback, though. Henderson 7 of 17 from three-point range. That's good for 41%. And at the free throw line in this one, Henderson 11 of 14, 78.6% from the free throw line. Ouachita's 11 of 18 from the free throw line, and they are 3 of 9 from three-point range. Thornton tied up on the inside there.
Reddy's number 31, Tamia Templeton. That is her third personal
Foul was
foul.
on Tamia Templeton, her third for Henderson. Miller will inbound. Miller finds Thornton on the move. Tried to get a foul called there, none happening. Snowden the rebound for the Reddies. They'll let the contact go there as well. Van Zant was hit. She goes down. A player goes flying by for the Reddies. After all that, no foul. Just ball out of bounds, and it belongs to Henderson. Reddy's basketball. Inbounds will come from Maines. Maines taking some time getting it in. Now she does. Martin takes it. Maines on the right wing. And an offensive foul going the other way.
Offensive foul on the Reddy's number 31, Tamia Templeton.
Illegal screen on Tamia Templeton, her fourth personal foul. 15 foul on Henderson, but since it was an offensive foul, no free throws. And Ouachita in desperate need of a basket. Trailing by 8, you're right here in this thing, but need to make something happen. Thornton to Bennett, Miller hard drive. Basket good for Michaela Miller. That's 14 for Michaela Miller. Now Martin driving in. Van Zant blocks the shot. Goes up strong with her, rejects that offering. It stays Reddy's basketball, 21 to shoot, 4:07 to play in the third. Snowden out of the game for Henderson. And the inbounds will come from Gracie Raby. Sonny Martin with 9 points, 3 3-point makes, falls down, keeps her dribble alive, ends up into the hands of Thornton. Here comes Ouachita, bounce pass up the floor, taken away by Maines. Wasted possession for both teams. Reddy's back with it. Maines around Bennett. Doesn't want to take that shot. Martin has it. Martin to a cutting Raby. Swings it right side. Pickens around one defender. Nice pass over to Carrington Whaley, and the layup is good. Well, you have to give the Reddies a little bit of credit where credit is due. The way they have moved the basketball has been really sensational here tonight. And it's now a 50-42 Henderson lead as we near 3 minutes to play in the third. 3 from Thornton. Yes! Aspen Thornton has 19, and it's just what the doctor ordered for Ouachita. Pickens drives, and a foul. Van Zant charged with her third personal foul. Laney Mears will go out, and Schillmoller is in. So the foul on the floor on just the fourth team foul. That means an inbound for Henderson underneath their own goal. They thought maybe it was free throws.
In for the Ouachita, number 15, Nira Malou.
I think Coach Thomas is still asking for an explanation on that. Her team was ready to shoot free throws. Now all of a sudden she has to get an inbounds play ready. Nero Malou onto the floor for Ouachita. And Miller knocks down the basketball, and it is out of bounds off of Ouachita. Well, Malou was playing that like a corner with her back turned. If that was the NFL, it would have had a pass interference call, I think. Miller went over and knocked the ball free. And if had Malou been able to turn around, she would have had it land in her lap. But instead, it is still Henderson basketball. Plenty of time, 15 to shoot. Curling off of a screen for R into the corner. That's 18 for Whaley. We'll take a break. 2:16 to go in the third. 54-48 Henderson. Back in a moment, you're watching Ouachita basketball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Woo! Come on! Go, Diane! Yeah, keep it going! Yeah! Go, honey!
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11-0 in the rain, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Throw that ball, Diane! Woo! You got this!
Thornton with the step back three, a huge play, making it 54-48 as the Reddies were able to come back and get a basket right after that. Looking at a few of the replays. So 6-point game. Ouachita still needs a string of stops and points. Got the whole fourth quarter to go, of course, but you'd like to be at this point or a little bit closer by the time you start that fourth quarter, with still 2:16 remaining here. Some of the individual numbers, Farrar has 10, 18 from Carrington Whaley for Henderson, and 9 from Sonny Martin. Ouachita is led by Thornton with 22. Miller has 15, and it's been those two tonight, Miller and Thornton. Ouachita still needs a third scorer to step up and make something happen. Bennett has 4, Mears has 4, 3 from Bennett, and 4 from Van Zandt. Thornton over to Schillmoller. She's open. Her 3 is offline. Nero Malou, offensive rebound. Out to Bennett. Works it up top to Thornton. She'll pump fake. Sends it back over to Bennett. Wide open. Down and in for the 3. Jesse Bennett hits the 3. It's a 3-point game. And Henderson lost the basketball out of bounds. Turnover for the Reddies will give the basketball back to Ouachita. A chance to get within 1, maybe tie on a 3. It's been a long time since Ouachita had a tied game. It was 30-all. Malou, layup won't go. Oh, man. You'd love to have that one back. Quite the pass from Thornton. Now for R, a lot of contact, ball out of bounds. It stays with Henderson. They're letting them play through contact and the low block, that's for sure. Miller will come back into the game for Ouachita. It'll give Thornton a break with 1:23 to play in the third. They will need her for the fourth quarter. Inbounds to Farrar, 3, too strong. Whaley, offensive rebound. Whaley looks to back down Malou. She'll spin underneath, just missed it short. Got the rebound, she's fouled. Whaley will go to the line. She has 18.
Number 15, Nero Malou. It's her first personal foul. Ouachita's 15th foul of the period. Subbing in for Ouachita, number 22, Claudia Van Zandt. Subbing out.
First foul on Malou. Malou is out. Van Zandt is in.
Sitting down, number 10, Ashley Farr. Shooting for Henderson State, number 30, Carrington Whaley.
Whaley, 4 of 5 at the free throw line, 7 of 9 from the floor. Team high 19. Aspen Thornton leads all scorers with 22. And Whaley's perfect at the line that time. She's hit 20. 5-point Henderson lead, and once again, down at the close of a quarter, Whaley makes a play, just like she did before the first half. Crossover dribble, Miller, met by a double team, works it out top Schillmoller, extra pass to Mears, long range 3, ball batted into the air by Whaley and into the hands of Henderson's Raby. 50 seconds to go in the third. Maines backing down into the paint, out to Raby, 3 an air ball, and she'll hear it from the crowd. Miller drives in, layup, won't go, ball knocked out of bounds, and it's Henderson basketball.
Subbing in for Henderson State, number 10, Ashley Farr, and number 25, Lainey Snowden. Subbing out, number 21, Gracie Raby, and number 22, Macy Maines.
Sonny Martin back in the game for Henderson. One final possession perhaps for the Reddies. We'll see if they try to work it down to Whaley again, just like they did in the second. Thomas giving some instructions to some of her post players underneath. Whaley. Farr will take it, swings it right back up top Snowden. They work it left side. Pickens lost the basketball. Picked up by Bennett. Bounce pass over to Miller. She'll go up, misses the layup at the buzzer.
Your Lady Tigers 51.
It was an entertaining third, but not much ground gained there. As Ouachita trailed by 5 at half, they still trail by 5 going to the fourth. We've got that coming up for you in just a moment. You're watching Ouachita Basketball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
As a student athlete in college, I first got involved with the NCAA at the national level. It was through the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, SAC, gave me an opportunity to advocate on behalf of all student athletes, to affect change and to make an impact. The NCAA is giving the student athlete a platform to voice their concerns and to be able to advocate for what's going to affect their well-being. The policies that are being put in place are speaking towards academics, they're speaking towards well-being, they're speaking towards fairness, creating a culture so that the student athletes have the best experiences possible.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
The final 10 minutes on the clock from Bill Vining Arena on the campus of Ouachita Baptist University. After 3 quarters of play, Henderson State Reddies 56, Ouachita Baptist 51. Ouachita shooting 37.8% for the game, and Henderson at 36%. The difference right now, Henderson has made 7 3-pointers, Ouachita with 3, and also the Reddies have made a couple of more free throws than Ouachita. As we start the final quarter of play, it's Henderson basketball. Pickens had it poked free. Thornton comes up with it. Nobody picks her up. Now, the last second, they come over, but she scores anyway. That's 24 for Thornton, leading all scorers. Snowden out to Martin. Now back up top. Snowden again. Now over to Martin. Snowden picks up a dribble. Pickens has it. 10 to shoot down the left edge of the paint. Too strong. Whaley, offensive rebound. Martin driving in. Short 8-foot jumper misses. Miller the rebound. Ouachita has a lot of energy at the start of each quarter, but they've got to be able to maintain it for a full 10 minutes. Miller with Martin guarding. Martin gives her a little bit of room. Miller drives, not there. Out to Mears, sets and hits the 3. Lady Mears has tied this game at 56 with 8:44 to go in the fourth. Martin up top, Pickens. Pickens drives. Bennett cuts her off. Farrar, left wing against Thornton. Up strong with the left hand. Missed it. Miller tips it out. Thornton comes up with it. Thornton against Martin. She'll pull up on the long 3. Buries it. A 3 for Aspen Thornton. Ouachita has a 59-56 lead. That's 27 for Aspen Thornton. Farrar tries to silence the crowd. Can't do so. Miller fouled. Foul is on Snowden, her 3rd personal. So Pickens is out, Whaley is out, Martin is out for Henderson. You've got 3 new players on the floor for the Reddies. Student section standing. We're 2 minutes into the fourth. Ouachita has come out firing, and they lead by 3. They were down by 5 to start the quarter. Mears right around her defender, bounce pass to Van Zant, layup is in. Mears with the assist, Ouachita by 5. What in the world has happened here in the last 2:20? Ouachita dominating right now, and Van Zant will be called for a foul. Look at the replay again. That's 4. Oh, no, they call it on Bennett. Okay. A break there because Van Zant still has 3. That's just the first on Bennett. See it again. Yeah, that is indeed Bennett. Maines hits the first free throw. Maines hit a 3 in the first half. She has 4 points. and 2 for 2 at the line. Free throws are going to be important here in this fourth quarter. Henderson has a bit of an advantage there throughout the course of this one. Thornton, crossover dribble, finds Bennett, open, into the corner. Down and in for Jessie Bennett. Buries the three. She has 9 off the bench for Ouachita. It's a 6-point Tiger lead. Now Van Zant is going to be charged for a foul. That's her fourth.
That is her fourth personal foul and Ouachita's second team foul of the period.
Coach Thomas visibly upset at something right now.
Ouachita, number 15, Nero Malou.
Nero Malou will come into the game. Van Zant will go to the bench with her 4 fouls.
Shooting for Henderson State, number 25, Lainey Snowden.
Snowden to the free throw line. And Snowden offline with that free throw. 2 fouls for Ouachita in the quarter. They have 3 timeouts remaining. 1 foul on Henderson. They have 2 timeouts remaining. Snowden misses both. Thornton comes up with the rebound. Thornton to Miller into the corner. 3 on its way. No good from Mears. A rebound by Pickens for Henderson. Nice look by Pickens off the glass and in for Raby. Good move by Raby. An even better pass by Pickens. And we're at 64-60 Ouachita. The defense chant from all of the Reddies fans that are here. Thornton open. 3 won't go. As her defender had fallen down, she had a wide open look. Snowden works it left side to Raby. Raby, strong move, missed it. Bennett the rebound. Bennett looking for some help. We'll find Miller. Miller into the paint, out to Thornton. Around on the 3, steps inside the line. Missed the shot. And again, here's what we're talking about with Ouachita. They can hang with you for 3 or 4 minutes, and they start to wear down a little bit. You got to start to slow this thing down a little bit. Snowden's 3 is offline. Thornton comes in for the rebound, and she's fouled. You have one side booing and one side cheering. J.J. Edens charged with her first foul. So Farrar starting to get her numbers, 10 points in the contest. She averages 17.5 a game. But I would say that's a quiet 10 so far. Still 6 minutes to go in the fourth. When Ouachita gets back on defense, they need to keep an eye on her, make sure she doesn't start to get her points. Thornton's had her numbers tonight, 27. Miller on the wing. Up top, Schillmoller. Now Mears, pump fake. Bounce pass underneath. Layup for Wright. Misses. Wright could not finish underneath. That's Lauren Wright in the game. Reddy's back in possession of the basketball. Here's Farrar. Around the back dribble. Good defense. Off to Snowden. Again, you got to keep track of her. Now Snowden likes that corner 3. Hits it. And we've got a timeout from Henderson.
Henderson State.
5:14 to go. We'll take a break. 64-63 Ouachita, but only by 1. Back in a moment. You're watching Ouachita basketball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you.
Considering an online pharmacy? Explore BeSafeRx to find useful information and resources to help you purchase medicines safely online. A safe online pharmacy requires a doctor's prescription, has an address in the United States, has a licensed pharmacist, and is licensed by a state pharmacy board. It's best to stay away from online pharmacies that don't meet these criteria. Discover more helpful tips and resources at BeSafeRx. Go to fda.gov/BeSafeRx.
.5:14 to go, 64-63. Ouachita by 1. Well, you knew that both teams would make a run. It was nice that Ouachita had theirs early in the fourth to not only keep this thing close, but then to go ahead. Now Henderson has had their run, and they are within 1. It's back to Ouachita. Clock rolling. We'll head inside 5 minutes to play on this possession. What a fun game this one has been. Mears in the paint, out to Malou. Malou still controls, needs some help. Finds Thornton on the baseline. 8 to shoot, splits through 2 defenders. Ball loose and out of bounds. It will be Henderson basketball. The Reddies have it and a chance to go back on top. 4:49 to go. Snowden and Raby. Martin with it. Off to Snowden now. Henderson not afraid to take those long shots, but Whaley's had a good game in the paint. Miller able to get her hands on the basketball, tie up. Possession arrow belongs to Ouachita. Ouachita's Thornton has played 31 minutes. She's got 27 points, 4 assists, 5 turnovers. Miller's been on the floor for 32 minutes, 15 points, 3 steals, 2 assists, 6 rebounds. Ouachita in control here. We're nearing 4 minutes to go. Possessions becoming limited down the stretch. Mears drives all the way in, shot blocked by Whaley, out of bounds. You could see that one coming. Whaley listed at 6'2", Mears listed at 5'8". That's where maybe a jump stop and a pump fake gets her in the air, and then you get a foul. Inbounds goes to Thornton. Van Zant sets a screen. Thornton goes high over it with the shot. Farrar the rebound, and the Reddies have it yet again inside 4 to play and a chance to regain the lead. They've had a couple of opportunities with missed opportunities and stops by Ouachita. Farr will drive, pushes her way in. The basket goes and 1. Thornton tried twice to convince the officials that it was going to be an offensive foul. Did not get the call, a blocking foul instead against Thornton. She has 4 fouls.
And she goes to the line.
And Farrar converts the and 1 opportunity. Henderson has a lead, 66-64, with 3:36 to play. We'll see what kind of half-court offense Ouachita has in mind here. Not desperate times yet, but you'd like to stay even. And we've got a whistle.
Foul, the Reddies, number 1, Sonny
Hand check foul on Sonny Martin, her third.
Henderson State's
Third team foul against the Reddies. Ouachita also has 3. Henderson playing the final 3:21 with just 1 timeout to go. Ouachita still got 3 timeouts if they need them. Van Zant sets the screen for Thornton. Crossover dribble. Step back 15-footer. Won't go. Van Zant trying to get the rebound. Out of bounds off of the Reddies. And the shot clock will reset to 24 Ouachita. Down by 2. 3:12 to play in what has been a back-and-forth contest here at Bill Vining Arena. Thornton to inbound. She's got 27. Finds Van Zant on the low block. Works against Whaley. Whaley stays with her. Van Zant up on the front of the rim and in. So Van Zant with 8. We turn our attention back the other way to the Reddies on offense, tied at 66. Snowden, bounce pass, out of bounds. A miscue there for the Reddies. Gives it back to Ouachita.
Subbing out
Bennett will come into the game. Schillmuller will take a seat. Mears, Thornton, Bennett, Van Zant, Miller, the 5 on the floor for Ouachita. We're down to 2:45 to go. Miller, drive to the baseline, cut off. Needs some help. Van Zant wide open, and she traveled with the basketball. Just could not hold on to that ball cleanly. She had a layup right in front of her and just could not hold on to the basketball. Travel on Van Zant. Martin around her defender, hits Van Zant, loses the basketball. Thornton picks it up. Thornton stutters, pumps, goes up. She's fouled. That'll send Aspen Thornton back to the free throw line. You see the replay. Able to go around Farrar. Snowden will be called for the foul.
Henderson State's 4th team foul of the period.
And she's got 4.
Ouachita, number 12, Aspen Thornton.
Thornton 6 of 8 at the free throw line. 1 for 1 there. That's what matters right now. 28 for Aspen Thornton. Make it 29. 29 for Aspen Thornton. She had 33 the first time the Tigers faced the Reddies. Whaley underneath. Layup is good. Have not heard from Carrington Whaley in quite some time, but that's a huge basket nearing 2 minutes to play. And the Springdale Harbor native has 22 points. Miller, baseline, spins, heaves it to the rim, missed it, got it back. Second effort, no good. Van Zant, yes. That's 10 for Van Zant. A timeout from Ouachita. And we'll take it as well. 1:48 to play. Ouachita 70, Henderson 68. We're back in a moment. You're watching Ouachita basketball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made her college years happen. Opening that education savings account when she was little. Spearheading a campus tour. And another, and another, and another, and another. Bam! Deciphering financial aid. She was like, what? And now she's like, you aced planning for college. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Hello, I'm Taylor King.
Miller underneath, missed the shot, able to get it back. Taps it over to Van Zant for the layup. A little redemption there for Claudia Van Zant, getting that basket to put Ouachita on top by 2. As play resumes, Ouachita 70, Henderson 68. Up top, Snowden around Mears. Farrar with Miller guarding, will hang in the paint, missed the shot. Whaley an offensive rebound. Van Zant goes up against her, and a charge is called. The play wiped out on a charge by Claudia Van Zant. She stands in, takes the charge. Jill Thomas is halfway out on the court. And the official having to back Coach Thomas up a little bit. Ouachita needs somebody to inbound the basketball. Bennett will inbound to Thornton. Here we go. Huge, huge possession for Ouachita. 1:20 to play, clock rolling. You would think this is going to Thornton. Miller, baseline, back out to Thornton. She has 10 to shoot. Thornton driving on Martin. Now Van Zant. Back into the hands of Thornton. 3 to shoot. Lost it. Has to shoot from long, long range, and it's an air ball, and they'll call a shot clock violation.
Shot clock violation. Washington.
54.8 to play. Well, one thing that did, it ran 30 seconds off the clock. Hold them to a tough shot. Martin picks up her dribble in the paint, needs some help. Out to Farrar. Miller guarding. You know Farrar wants to drive. They let the contact go. Ball out of bounds. Henderson basketball. 15 to shoot. .5 to play. Inbounds will come from Raby. Goes to Whaley on the left wing. Now to Martin driving in. She hits the basket, ties the game at 70. For Martin, 11 points. Miller standing at the top of the key, and they'll take a timeout with 18 seconds to play. We'll stay right here. Well, full timeout. $18 seconds to go. Yeah, we'll stay right here. 70-70 our score. Henderson and Ouachita. And you got a lot of options on offense for Ouachita. 29 points from Aspen Thornton. 15 from Michaela Miller. Look back at Claudia Van Zant with that layup a moment ago. And there was Van Zant with that travel, but able to get some redemption with that last layup. How about the day of Thornton? Fouled on that play earlier. So, 29 for Thornton, 15 for Miller, 9 from Bennett, all 3 3-point makes from Bennett, 7 from Mears, and 10 from Claudia Van Zant. We mentioned that Ouachita really needed one more scorer to step up, try to be the difference maker, and Claudia Van Zant has done some of that today. 5 of 8 from the floor into double figures with 10. But really, other players have chipped in too, and that is what has allowed Ouachita to stay with one of the more explosive offenses in the league. Henderson second best in the league at field goal percentage at 43. And in this one, they're shooting just 37%. They're going to have Martin, Snowden, Raby on the floor, and Farrar. Here we go for Ouachita. Mears to inbound, and we've got a foul before the basketball was even inbounded. So Van Zant's going to the free throw line with 17.5 seconds to play. Pressure-packed situation for the freshman, no doubt about it. I don't think Henderson would have done that on purpose. I don't think. But Van Zant is 15 of 31 at the free throw line. It would not surprise me if Henderson did that on purpose. You never want to just give up a lead, but you don't want to lose it at the buzzer either. One more for Van Zant. Now, Coach Dallimore wants to take a timeout as well.
Timeout. Washington.
We'll stay right here. Our crew tonight, technical director Wyatt Ashlock, on graphics Matthew Branch and James Jolly. Our cameras Katie Tosh, Priscilla Leverett, Hannah Hickman, and Bailey Redden, and of course the help of Chris Babb making all this possible. We still have the men's game to come, and what an exciting game this one has been. Hope we got a little voice left for the men's game as well. Well, interesting situation here. Goodness gracious, there is going to be a thrill of victory and the agony of defeat in this one, huh? Van Zant will go to the line for one more. Everybody standing inside the arena, including the play-by-play announcers. Blake Smith does a great job for Henderson. I'm standing as well to get a full view of the court. A lot of noise for Van Zant. She hits. Ouachita leads 71-70. And now Henderson will take a timeout. I'll take a seat on the front row of the bleachers here over on the new location here on press row. 17.5 seconds left. The free throw from Van Zant makes it 71-70. A lot of time. And, of course, now you can advance the basketball to half court. So Henderson's going to have a half court set. And if you're Ouachita, I don't think there's too much conversation right now on who are the players you foul. You just try to play defense, make sure you contest the shot, and you have to get the rebound. Well, we got the Ouachita cheerleaders doing their part to get the Ouachita fans cheering. You got the Henderson crowd on the other side cheering. The president of Ouachita, a couple of rows deep in the student section over there, so he's taking it all in this fantastic rivalry. See Coach Thomas on the screen instructing her team on what to do on this offensive possession. Ouachita could actually foul. They have only 3 team fouls. So if you get in a bind and you want to limit, you have a foul to give. There's Dr. Sells for just a half second or so. There he is up in the crowd. Ask and you shall receive. Mention to the camera people and they get us our shot. So, I don't know, you get this thing inside 7 or 8 seconds. Maybe you use that foul to give. Maybe you'd like it to be closer to 4 or 5. Let's see what happens. Here we go. Inbounds pass goes to Martin. Wright is guarding her. We're down to 10 seconds left. Martin will drive, flings it to the rim. She is fouled. Martin in the act of shooting, just heaving that one to the rim. 8.1 to go. Sonny Martin to the free throw line.
Shooting for Henderson State, number 1, Sonny Martin.
The redshirt sophomore from Jonesboro is 73% at the free throw line this season. Missed it. One here and the game's tied, and Ouachita has plenty of time. A miss. Ouachita leads, and Henderson will have to foul right away. Martin's free throw. Good. We're tied at 71. The final play. Inbounds to Thornton. Thornton with 29 points across half court to the three-point line. Thornton underneath to Van Zant. Layup at the buzzer. It's good. It's good. Ouachita storms the court. They've got to get off the court. We'll come to the monitor, look at the final play one more time. Referees over here. Countdown, Van Zant. You need to see it again? You had Thornton at half court. Slings it underneath the Van Zant. Way ahead of the buzzer. It's good. Ouachita wins 73-71.
The Lady Tigers return to home court action here in Bill Mining Arena on Thursday.
Holy cow.
As they host the Rangers of Northwestern Oklahoma State University. That game tips off at 5:30 p.m. and we hope to see you there. Until then, we
look at this again.
Lady Tiger basketball.
And a chance to look at the replay a couple of times there. Wow, Van Zant. Well, we said we needed one more player to step up. We mentioned that she did. 12 for Claudia Van Zant. How about Aspen Thornton? You just thought she might be the one to take the shot. And I tell you what, that might say more about Aspen Thornton than her points per game. Able to find her teammate. And we'll hear from Coach Dallimore coming up in just a second. We'll take a quick break first. Men are set to take the floor in a moment. Look at the replay one more time as we go to break. You're watching Ouachita basketball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can, and then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got.
A rivalry game, you get the win. We got to start with the last play. I just said it. That pass from Aspen Thornton might say more about her as a college basketball player than the points that she scores. Able to find her teammate. Van Zandt gets the basket. Take us through that play.
Well, Aspen just wants to win, so in transition, we're out of timeouts. I told them in the previous huddle, we're going to get it and we're going to attack and make a play, right? That's it. We wanted to get a double ball screen, but we didn't have enough time. I thought we might have a little more time, but she just had to go make a play, and she did. I mean, that's why she's a big-time player. My excitement was obviously beating Henderson's great. Our kids needed to win a close game. We've struggled winning these close games, and tonight they showed a lot of mental toughness. And I want to give God, I say this after wins and losses, all the glory, honor, and praise for these kids to hang tough after what they've been through and losing 3 heartbreaker games that we could have and maybe should have won at least 2 of the 3. And so I felt bad for them.
Yeah, this was definitely one of those games where teams in the past could have folded. I guess, and teams in our league do sometimes end up not having.
Well, especially if you struggled. We won a bunch of games close early, and then we had one game where we missed a layup with a chance to seal it, and then they had a kid who's made 7 threes the whole year make one, and she hasn't made one in 3 weeks since then. And that's, we had a game at Oklahoma Baptist where a kid who scored 1 bucket. She did a Steph Curry sidestep, jump to the side 3. And so I think it says a lot about the character of these kids. Yeah. That's why I was excited. Yeah, beating Henderson is awesome. And Jill does such an unbelievable job with them, and they are a great team. And I was excited because it's Henderson, but it could have been anybody in our league because of what they've been through. I'm just happy. I told my wife, I want us to win for these. They keep working hard. They keep doing what they're asked to do.
Well, we do have to talk about Aspen on offense because she had just a great game, 29 points, and she scored 33 against this team the first time.
Yeah.
So she knows about rivalry and came to play, and she really set the tone tonight.
Yeah, well, I think our kids all did. Jesse Bennett off the bench, 3 for 3 from that's monster. Hey, and she's been in the gym, and so look, it pays off. Kids stepped up.
How about Van Zandt down in the low block? I know she had that one mishap, but she made the last 2.
Yeah, they are. Listen. Our defense was so much better than when we played them the first time. It's not even close. And that was the key tonight, getting stops.
Yep. All right, Coach. Well,
hey, Caleb, love you, bud. Good luck on Friday. Thanks for the phone call today.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Mike.
A few audio issues along the way tonight. Some of those operator error just now. Apologize for that. But, let's regroup and reset here. So Ouachita wins 73-71 against Henderson. And we're going to take a break. When we come back, it's the men's game. That's coming up next, so stay with us. Ouachita and Henderson, Battle of the Ravine men's basketball coming up next. I'm Michael Westbrook. So long for now.